Hanksville is a tiny adventure town in southern Utah. It has picture-perfect buttes, otherworldly overlooks, and some decent hiking. So in this episode, I'm going to give you a quick overview of Hanksville, Utah. I'll give you a few places to see, and tell you one place you might not want to see. Hanksville, Utah has a whopping population of 170 people, and when you drive through town, it shows. The town has a couple lodges, a couple small restaurants, and a coffee shop. You can also stop at the Hollow Mountain gas station. This little store is built into a cliff. It's a cool place to stop, but it only takes a few minutes. If you really want to get the most out of Hanksville, you'll have to explore outside of town, because this little town is surrounded with adventure opportunities, and there are a few main stops you'll want to consider. These stops are in no particular order, but the last two are my favorite. First is Goblin Valley State Park. This is one of the oddest looking places in southern Utah. It's known for its short, stubby, sandstone hoodoos that cover the southern section of the park. An explorer came through the region a long time ago and said these hoodoos looked like goblins, and that sentiment has continued until now. Goblin Valley literally has thousands of hoodoos. You can enjoy them from the overlooks or hike alongside them, but they're beautiful. The park has several hiking trails, a visitor center, a gift shop, and a campground. The campground is nice, but there are no electrical hookups, and that's a deal breaker for a lot of people. Goblin Valley is right off Highway 24, so it's a great place to stop and stretch your legs if you're driving between Moab and Capitol Reef. Just remember, you will have to pay an admission fee of $20 per vehicle. Still, Goblin Valley is worth it. Just south of Goblin Valley, you'll find the turnoff for Horseshoe Canyon. This is a remote canyon that is home to some beautiful scenery and ancient pictographs. It sounds like a lot of fun, but there is a catch. There's a 30-mile dirt road you will have to drive to get there. The road is okay for the most part, at least until the wind kicks up and moves sand dunes onto the actual road. That's a real thing, and it can lead to issues. Luckily for us, it wasn't bad. The road also gets pretty bad after a good rain, so you should always check the weather prior to visiting. Once you get there, you'll find campsites and a trailhead. I like to camp here because it lets me get an early start to the trail. Speaking of which, this was a really good trail. All the elevation gain comes at the end, so you have to pace yourself, but the scenery was surprisingly nice. The dinosaur track was easy to find on the side of the trail, and the pictograph galleries were fun to look at. Particularly the Great Gallery, which is a collection of pictographs that cover 200 feet of the canyon wall. Horseshoe Canyon requires a little bit of effort, but it's beautiful and quiet, so I'd say it's worth that effort. One stop that, in my opinion, isn't worth the effort is the Bentonite Hills. If you've seen pictures of them online, you're probably thinking, but Vince, they look so beautiful. So let me explain. I met a woman that drove 3 hours out of her way to see the Bentonite Hills, and she was so disappointed when she saw them. She thought they would look like this, but they looked like this. The Bentonite Hills have blown up on social media because of pictures like these. Unfortunately, this isn't what they look like. Plus, if you don't have a drone, you won't see them from this angle. Personally, I think the Bentonite Hills are beautiful in the right light, but you have to have the proper expectations. If you still want to see the Bentonite Hills, there are two popular sets. One on your way to Cathedral Valley, and one is just outside of Hanksville. The ones in Hanksville are much easier to access. Plus, this set of hills is home to the Mars Research Station, which looks right at home in this otherworldly landscape. You won't be able to go up to the research station, but you can view it from a distance. The next stop is Factory Butte, and it's 12 miles west of Hanksville. From Highway 24, you can turn north onto Coal Mine Road, also known as Factory Butte Road, also known as BLM 91. They should really sort that out. Either way, this little dirt road will take you around the east side of Factory Butte. Overall, the road wasn't bad, but I wouldn't take a sedan on it. But again, like other roads in the area, you're gonna have to consider the weather. This area is popular for off-roading, but the butte also has a nice look to it. From the south, the butte has a pyramid shape, and the badlands that spring from the base of the butte look like gold-capped veins or roots. Of course, you'll only get this angle with a drone. Coal Mine Road also leads to the Moonscape Overlook. The road is pretty rough, so you'll need to take it slow. This overlook has blown up on social media, and it's easy to see why. The landscape around the overlook resembles, well, the moon. And this little pedestal overlook makes it seem like you're soaring above it.